One thing I was struck by was the locations. I love locations in films. I think it's really cool. I just would love to hear from you. If you could say your name and the name of your film and what made you choose the location that you chose.
My name is Keith Large. I co-wrote and I produced Will Gone Kid 3.5 Played Stupid. And the location is a simulator of a Boeing 747 plane that is used in a training school at Loughborough College in Leicestershire, so a massive thank you to them. And everybody who ever watches the film says to us, how did you manage to get a plane? So we're really pleased that we were able to simulate that, so that's how we got that location.
That's awesome.
I'm David. I'm the editor of the Art Whisperer. I didn't choose any of the locations.
She did. You kind of did.
Oh, I guess I chose them from the bin of footage. But yeah,
how much did you take out?
Oh, there were plenty. But yeah, I wasn't around for any of the shooting.
Okay, I was just scared.
Well, the shooting was in the desert, and the film was written while we knew where we were going to shoot. So this round tubes were part of the inspiration for the movie, and it's far south in Israel.
My name is Flemming, and I directed The Art Whisperer. And the locations, well, Ginny kind of chose them. She had houses sort of here and there and everywhere, so I sort of followed her around. I lived with her in Denver.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was Denver, New Mexico, New York.
Cool. In Sedona, right?
And Sedona, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Another question I had: what was your favorite scene that you filmed for the film, or in your case, what was your favorite one that you edited?
Gosh.
That moved you, I guess.
I guess I like the scene at Christie's where she's walking around and she's saying well, if you can't see it, you can't buy it, and then the woman closes the door, and it was kind of perfect, right? You couldn't have made it up.
Bad
yeah.
for your business.
Yeah. So yeah, that was probably my favorite. Yeah.
So I didn't say I'm Yael Arad Zafrir, the director of Alala, and I have two favorite scenes. One is the goat scenes, the sheep scenes, with the singers that named the ships. Really like it because it's. I think it's the essence of her that she's not the singer in her movie. She's the crowd. She's the audience. And so I think it's the essence of who am I. And the other thing that makes me laugh is the one with the tubs in it. So I love it really much because it's the essence of the substance, that time and everything is now. And she asks for fire, and it takes him a really long journey to bring it to her. So I like it.
I like when Ginny spills her beer and immediately it's like, oh, that's a beautiful photograph. Just I think seeing the world through her eyes is really special, and that moment's so indicative of like how she could see something ordinary or even something that we would be disappointed by or grossed out by and like find it beautiful. So
I think it's got to be the bit where Reese, who plays a Will Gone Kid, has his little toy, and Houdini trips over on the toy, and it just simulates the whole film and replicates the fact that the Will Gone Kid always gets topside Houdini, and that just emphasised it beautifully. So that's definitely the moment in the film for me.
That's awesome. I'd love to open it up to questions. If any of you have questions for the filmmakers.
That's good, guys. Don't be shy yet.
Go ahead.
I have a question for Flemming. How long did you spend overall with Ginny? And did she kind of develop and warm up as she got to know you?
Yeah. You can hear me without this mic, right?
Yeah.
It took me a long time to get. She was very shy, very private. when I first met her, I heard who she collected, what artists she collected, and I looked her up, and I couldn't find anything on her on the internet. So it took me a very long time, years in fact, 2 years probably, before I cracked her. Or her daughter sort of introduced. I ended up in a house in Sedona with her, locked like for 5 days. We lived in the same house, and that's when she opened up to me. And she had ambitions, like she was 90 when I met her, and she wanted to make films. So she had an idea for a film, and that's how we connected, and then we became like, I became like her family almost.
Yeah, so it feels like there's a real bond in there. I didn't know whether it was just your genius ability to do that, or whether it would kind of grown and.
It's my
interesting.
genius ability. No, it took a long time. Yeah.
You in the back.
Did she do one more great thing before she died? And I would suspect, I'm just gonna say, yeah, but does she know she did?
God,
she know?
that's a beautiful thing to say. I think what she really wanted to do was to make a film about female artists over 80 who continued to work. And we started to do that together. We traveled around and met people and interviewed them. And she also had this idea that, because this art that she had in her house in Denver, she really wanted to share it with people. So she wanted me to buy a big truck. We could put the art in and then take it around the Rocky Mountains to little communities where people could, and use it as a gallery. And she also she had a great ambitions. You know, she really wanted to go into Denver schools and look at people, children's drawings and put them in her gallery. She had many ideas, but she never really. At least we tried to do that film, and this film came out of it actually. Yeah.
It's the second time I watched your film, and I really loved it. I remember that with your film you actually saved her collection, because what happened after her passing? What happened to her legacy?
Yeah, it actually all got auctioned off. Yeah, like at Sotheby's. Yeah, unfortunately.
Wow.
Mm.
And the house was also destroyed too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my
Yeah, so
gosh.
her house, which was her own personal gallery, is gone.
She built that house, by the way. Like she took 7 years to build that glass house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And it was completely impractical.
Mm.
You know, like when a light bulb went out, we had to get a specialist in to change it, because I couldn't reach in, and the doors had no knobs, and the kitchen you couldn't open the drawers, but it was beautiful. It was aesthetic.
She could never shower in the bathroom because it was the shower was a glass window and the neighbors could see. So she never even used her shower. But it's like a beautiful house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did they tear it down? I'm just curious.
It wasn't impractical.
They wanted a practical house.
Yeah.
It was completely impractical. So
Okay.
But it was on the most like prominent sort of location in Denver, overlooking the mountains and the park. But nobody wanted the house because it was
Too impractical.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would sit like when you were in it. It was bizarre because you felt very private. Then you went outside and everyone could look right in, straight in, like as you said, the bathroom. You could see everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's probably why.
That's like that in the Hamptons. All those Hamptons houses, they do that. You can look right through.
Oh god, yeah.
Well, just to follow up to that, are you saying, so she had that one daughter, right?
She had a son as well.
And a son.
Yeah.
And between the two of them, they didn't want to like keep some of that art. They didn't want to put it somewhere. They didn't want to like
I mean, like the daughter had to buy in the auction. She had to buy some of the artwork.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a party foul.
So
Why?
yeah, it's complicated.
Party foul.
Alright, it could be none of my
Yeah.
business.
some of the Michael has one of the photographs. Some of the photographs, right? Like.
But Elle, yeah, bought.
Oh,
she
bought that.
all
Okay.
from the auction. She bought it. Yeah.
That's cool. What questions?
Yael, it was when you were directing the actress. Was any moment when you feel like she wasn't getting what you wanted? And if that happened, how do you overcome that? Because she's really good. Congrats.
Yeah, she is really good. Well, two things. First, the scene with the couple. She never did drugs. The actress. So I needed to do my act in order to her feel and find her act of enjoying the music of wait a second, where am I, of everything. So I needed to explain her, but not by words, in order for her to understand it. And the second thing is the sheeps. She looks very comfortable, but she wasn't. And I put her there for a long time and let her improvise, what made a lot of fun footages in the movie. So she had a lot of fun eventually, but I left her there to work with them in order for her to feel comfortable. So that's the two things. I needed to teach her because she's an awesome actress.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Johnny, did you have a question? No.
You asked it already.
Oh, he asked it.
You beat me to it.
Oh, okay.
Let's get two more questions. Come on, guys. Don't be shy. What is the for all of you guys? What was the most hardest part in the process? The production or post? If you have to choose one that is your favorite, which one would be?
Are you asking me or?
To all of you.
All of you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
God. That's a hard one. It was challenging to I mean, like, it was a challenging production, but it was special to get really close to a very private human being and one of the most fascinating people I've ever met in my life.
Was it difficult for you to get to her?
Yeah,
Took
yeah.
you a long time before she accepted you. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was, yeah, we became very close. So but editing was great because then I had like I had something to work with.
I was just thinking that editing was the hardest part because to leave out so many good scenes and footages. So there's like a small leftover of a really famous actor in Israel, and he sings there, and you don't really see him, but he drinks like alcohol with this woman, and he just sings. And there was a whole story, a whole plot of elderly people that I took out of the movie, and it was really hard for me because he's a famous actor, and he came out of respect to us, to me, and the actress, which he knows. And at the end, he's not in the movie, and it took me a long time until I told him that he was left on the floor of the editing room, and just then I could complete the movie, but it took me a really long time. So that was the hardest.
My favorite part of the process is always the sound mix. I don't know, it's really nice when you've been working on something for so long to give it to another artist and then like elevates it and adds their own ideas and like so I love like the director gets to collaborate with the editor, and then the editor gets to like pass it off to the sound designer and the colorist, and we had two really awesome people like post finishing it with us, and it's just beautiful to see what they can do. It's like a whole other toolkit, a whole other art form, and I just get to sit back and be like, oh, can we make that louder, or like, can we get a bird sound in here?
Yeah.
You're like, just do it. It's very nice.
We had a double challenge. The outdoor scenes were filmed on the hottest day of the year, and very rare temperature something like 44 degrees Celsius. So that was a challenge for the actors of working in the heat. And then coupled with that, Wayne Kelly normally directs the Will Gone Kid films. He had to leave set that day because his father-in-law unfortunately took very ill. So when we come to do the plane scene, Matt Holt took over directing. He also did the voice of the captain in post-production. He also did the editing, and he was basically a one-man show, but everybody really pulled together for the plane scene, and that was what got us through. So it just shows that in adversity, if everybody pulls together, you can get a great result. So really proud of the team for doing that.
Oh, good job. Let's give them a round of applause.